Hey guys, I'll be completely honest. I am a little bit skeptical on this hedge trimmer. Out of the box, it just felt a little cheap and lightweight. Having said that, I'm not going to make too quick of a judgment. I'm going to give this thing a full, honest review, and I'll tell you what I like, what I don't like, what works, what doesn't work, and then we'll let you make the choice for yourself. So, the first downside to this product is it does not come with a battery. Not a deal breaker. If you already have the DEWALT 20 volt like I do, you just pop one on there, easy peasy. What I am impressed with is the runtime. So on a full battery charge, this thing will go for 70 minutes. That is a ton of time for the product to operate for you. So that's really nice. So some nice features about this are, number one, the handle rotates. So right here, you can turn that and it will just click over, or you can do the other side. And that's nice if you are cutting hedges, branches, bushes at different angles. Kind of gives your hand a little bit of a different grip. As far as grip goes, there's a really nice handle on the front here. And as you can see, on the side, on the top, and on the other side, you can engage the control in order to get the blade going. So if you are left-handed or right-handed, it doesn't matter. You can kind of switch up that grip. And I actually really like that. If you've worked in landscaping, if you've worked in your yard, if you've used a hedge trimmer, your arms are going to get really tired. That's just a fact. It's like weed trimming. The shoulders are burning, you know, after you're doing it for a while. What I do appreciate about this, I was kind of giving it crap about the weight, but it only is 4.4 pounds. That to me is actually an advantage, because if you're out there wanting to work for 20 30 minutes, you don't have to worry about this being too heavy. So one thing I do want to mention about the motor, if the voltage fluctuates, it will turn off. So that's nice because it will prevent motor damage. You do not want that. You want this thing to last. This thing has a 22-inch cut length, and I've got some bushes over here next to my tree that I want to cut down and make a little more shorter. So let's see how this works. Okay, yes, it works. Now, is it completely shredding everything in sight? No, it's got, you got to pass over a few different times. Now, I'm not super experienced with hedge trimmers, so to be candid, I don't know what to expect from these. I think a more powerful motor probably does a better job. But if you've just got some light trimming to do, you don't have a huge property, then I think these would work great. But these are not just made for hedge trimming. You can cut tree branches and other stuff. So let's go try a tree branch and see how it does. I've got some not so healthy looking apples here, and I've got some branches infringing on my driveway. So let's just see if it will cut through this branch. It's probably 1/2 inch thick. Okay, so that was a little too thick. Let's move down here. Try this thin stuff on the bottom. Okay, so you can see that is probably about as thick as I'd recommend for these. So light, very thin tree branch cutting. I would probably just use a saw instead of these. Okay guys, quick recap. This is for the price, for battery powered hedge trimmers, I think this is a little bit above average. It's a really good product. Performance wise, I think it could be better as far as its cutting power, but it's super lightweight. It's super user friendly. I love the handle adjustment. I love the grip. It's a nice design, nice color. It doesn't come with a battery, but not a deal breaker. Just make sure you have a DEWALT 20 volt on hand, or go buy one after you order this. So yeah, I would give it a pretty strong score with a few hesitations.